So since my death with Katt, I have thought a lot. Thought very distinctly about what went wrong, about some of my other different characters and stuff. And I'm not going to start again with Katt, but I'm feeling a lot more confident now moving forward. So it's time. That is run number 1. Didn't make it too far. It is now time for me to do run number 2. Yes, I did remake Katt, but I'm not playing her right now. So I thought I was going to try Soren for a while, but Soren is a character that I'm very specifically using to make bad choices, or the evil choices that make me feel really kind of terrible. So we're not going to play with Soren. I think we're going to try Skew. I think that's the one that's leaping out to me. And this build has changed a little bit since I introduced him before. Skew, I was originally just going to have him focus down on sorcerer, pretty much, with a few levels in rogue. And I've decided not to do that for 2 reasons. One, I was working with outdated information. They did a patch where they made it so that you could sneak attack off of a spell.
If I choose to kill you.
And they took that away in a later update. So I was still assuming that with this character, I could use my shocking grasp here and get a nice sneak attack damage off of it. I can't, so that build kind of stopped being a thing. And the other thing is these builds were all about being weird. Darn it. This was all about being weird in my class creations and doing things that were not... Oh, I already killed these people. Oh, wait, I've done all of this, haven't I? I must already have withers. I didn't realize where I was picking up from this character. Do I already have the harbor map? Yes, I do. Let's go here. Anyway, the other reason why was that all these characters are supposed to be some sort of weird thing. I'm trying honor mode with something that is a little bit unorthodox to see how it
One day I'll catch a break.
does. So, I am going to be... and just...
meet again. I shall be here in my camp.
What are
There
you?
are many answers to that question. Correct. No. Should thou or any of
All
thy
right.
compatriots perish, because it is my calling, a matter of coin.
All right. Anyway, sorry, keep getting distracted because adventure is happening. So, just being a sorcerer, having a high-level sorcerer things, it wasn't really different or unique. So instead, I'm going to be doing something different with this character. I'm going to go Arcane Trickster 9, Sorcerer 3. Might be Sorcerer 2 with a level of Wizard dropped in there as well. We'll see. Because if I'm going to be really playing something different with this character, a Arcane Trickster, when you get to level 9, if they are hidden, a target has disadvantage on their saving throws against their spells. So you don't need a sorcery point. You don't need any meta magic to do that. It just happens all the time. The problem is, of course, that takes 9 levels of Arcane Trickster to get. And by that point, you've got 2nd level spells and that's it, versus a straight sorcerer who's going to be having much higher level magic. So I'm going to try, though, and see what I can do. If I can make this work. Have a character that can both twin spell and give disadvantage at the same time. Excuse me. And what I can do with that. So that's going to be this unique character. I'm also going to have a party that is absolutely dripping with stealth. The stealth mechanics in this game I find a little bit janky, a little bit unintuitive, but as I have hopefully figured them out a bit, going to figure out more about them as I go on. I'm going to make a stealth-based party, kind of excessively. I did some planning. My plans involve I'm going to have Gale, who is going to be an illusionist and a lore bard. Illusionist 2, lore bard 10 by the end is my goal. Shadowheart is going to take levels in Gloomstalker Ranger. And I will be doing some stuff with Will involving making him a Way of the Shadow monk. So I'm going to have 3 characters that can hide as a bonus action, and 1 character that can cast Minor Illusion as a bonus action. And I'm going to see if I can make Honor Mode work with characters that can just disappear at any given moment. We'll see how that goes. Now, what else do I got here? Really, if I'm starting off here, and yes, I'm just starting off, but, oh.
All right. What now?
You know, I should go and get to the camp and do that stuff, and then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to respec
I'm ready.
all of my characters, which just seems like a good thing to do in any honor mode playthrough.
So, Gith, aren't you worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us?
Oh, I just realized.
My name is Lae'zel Chucky, and my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
On I go.
Let's get going.
So,
These
here
boots
we
see
go.
everything.
Of course, my problem, like I had with Katt, is I have to survive long enough to be able to do all of that. That was, I think, the problem that I ran into with Katt, all things considered. I wasn't paying attention, I wasn't using potions, I wasn't doing a lot of stuff that in honor mode you have to do. But the reason why I think that was such an issue was my plan for Katt wouldn't really kick in till like mid-levels. So I'm worried about that happening here as well. Can I make these people work as a team before
Nothing. I hear shouting.
I get high enough level to be able to really jump into my stuff?
We should check it out, but be careful.
So we will just have to see. But I think I can make this work. So with Will, Shadowheart, Gale, and my main character are the people that I'm going to be trying to do with this.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
And then he rips the
Please,
air out.
there's
He's like,
no time!
this is, you know. I feel like this sort of situation is kind of like the trolley problem, you know? The trolley problem is all about trying to think through, in a high-stakes, crazy situation, what is the optimal approach? And it explores a bunch of moral questions, some of which are incredibly stupid. But I feel like that's what's happening here. Like, Zevlor's angry, like, you let these guys to the gate, and they're sitting there going, you need to let us in, and they're angry at people not letting them in. Like, nobody's in the right or in the wrong in a situation like this because it's so high stakes. That's the problem with the trolley problem, is if you were actually in a trolley
Form a line!
charging down the road and, like, you had to make a split-second decision to people's lives, most people would go, oh, crap, people's lives are at stake. You're not going to make the optimal decision. You're going to make whatever your instinctual quick answer is. Anyway, that's my take on things. I hope that my sound is still going good and I'm not overloading everything. All right, so. Oh, I'm on my own. Why would I waste it now? You know, I know these characters are right at the beginning. I just have to make sense of where they are, what I've been doing with them.
Fools these mortals be.
Now you... You are going to hit... Oh.
With glee.
I'm gonna... Okay, fine.
Victory awaits.
You... Smack that. And then you... I'm gonna climb down there to get right into the melee. I'm gonna save my action surge for when I can best make use of it.
Get to the high ground! Raiders! Shoot the bastards! For the absolute!
Oh, you idiot. Hey, not bad, I suppose. Every choice is the right choice if it lands.
My sickle and sword!
Which unfortunately means you can't make decisions about what's good or bad sometimes unless with hindsight. Again, kind of like the trolley problem. Who's in the right or in the wrong when everybody's like, oh crap, our lives are in danger. What do we do about it?
Time to press ahead.
Alright, here we go. Now then. He's doing mighty fine out there. So you... 60... 42... Wait a minute. Oh, because of range. If I can get through this without spending any spells, I'll be impressed by myself.
May it please, Mistra.
Of course, I say that, and then I might be sacrificing some allies' lives, and that's something I don't want to do. See, can I cleave? Beautiful. And then I'm going to do this. And I'm going to hit you. And of course I miss. Oh, hey. I'm impressed that didn't do anything. All right. You. For the absolute.
Let me recite their demise.
I keep forgetting to summon my familiar. I just keep doing that, and I hate it. I guess that's the problem with turning these things on and off like this. I never remember everything that I'm doing that I want to do. Alright, what are you gonna do? Oh! I did not expect him to do that. I've never had this happen before, where that guy died. I'm very curious to know what's going to happen.
Cut into the chase.
Oh no, that's just Barth. I'm sorry, I thought it was Aradin who died. That's why I was like, oh wow, that is, you know, that's gonna be different. But no, we're fine. Now you... 45, 40, 45.
Fall, damn you.
Battle of wits. Curiosity trumps combat, then.
Time to strike.
All right.
No time to waste.
All right.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Damn vermin.
They were tenacious. I wonder what they wanted here, other than bloodshed.
Taste of goblins to come, I fear. Must be a horde nearby.
What's inside?
All right. Now that I've come back to this lovely game,
Despite everything,
I'm not
what
just
path
going to
lies
have
before
to
me?
restock everybody. I've got a lot. I got a lot of cleaning house to do now.
Always room for more?
More goblins. What's next? The bloody goblin.
Arca, no. There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
I've seen bloodier battles than this. Consider yourselves lucky.
And who the hell are you again?
Show some respect. This man saved your pathetic life.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Well,
Please, you were
actually, you
begging me
did.
to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
More violence won't bring anyone back. If you want me to take you both down, no.
There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough!
Well,
Squabbling is
yes,
pointless.
as a matter of
The
fact.
goblins have found us. At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm more worried about this parasite than a few goblins. You need a healer.
Now, let's go up here. Oh, I didn't get any level up. That's weird. I'm used to being level 3 by the time I stepped through that gate, and I have no idea what's different. Legitimate question. What have I done differently? That puts me just that amount of experience points behind.
Need to stay focused. On my way.
Yes, go on.
Victory awaits. My path be true.
Step by step.
So I'll tell you one thing, I am not going to be, say, taking on the Harpies if I'm not level 3. Ew.
Let my name be known.
Go from here. Fall by my hand.
There we are.
At least things have stayed interesting.
And
You
you.
have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Kind of want to say that, just see what happens, but I mean, I built this character for this purpose.
That bloody Irenes. Devils just can't stand to lose. Here. Now go back to the pit that made you.
Don't waste a step.
All right. Level 3, which is a little bit weird since I also need to recreate all of my people anyway. Timber!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
Oh, right, I have no skill at this whatsoever. Hey!
You follow the squirrel's gaze to a pair of clumsy, ugly feet. Your own, on her territory. Looking around, her territory extends from one end of the grove to another.
Well, intimidate is what I am definitely better at.
The squirrel freezes, muscles tensed in alarm. She gets the message. After a final squeak of warning, break the rules and there will be trouble, she scurries away.
I will keep away from the trees. Now, alright. Things to do, things to do. First of all, I'm going to go and rob this person. Now,
On my way.
I tried doing some robbery in a earlier non-honor mode game, you know, to try to figure out the mechanics of how it all worked. And, like, it works so wonderfully until you get to one of those points where suddenly, like, you
Forgive
rob
that
someone and
display.
you succeed, and then
Aradin's
they
a
notice you
blowhard,
took
but
something
that's no
anyway.
cause for me to join him.
I'll have to
Thank
give it a
you
try a bit
for
with this
your help
character.
out there. I'm Zevlor.
Skew.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Are they forcing you out?
There have been several attacks by different monsters.
We've already
The druids
seen this.
blame us outsiders
I just don't want to
for
skip it,
drawing
though.
them here.
I feel bad every time that I do.
Nobody's welcome anymore.
These voice
They've
actors
started
did
a
so much
ritual
good work.
to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs.
This ritual? What brought you
We're
here?
refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
I don't know anything about history. Descent? What's
I'm
that?
surprised you haven't heard of it. The High Overseer, our Grand Protector, signed a pact with devils. It dragged Elturel straight to hell. Lucky for us, a group of adventurers found a way to bring the city back. Afterwards, people looked at us and just saw devilkin. No different from the druids here, really.
It's a ritual? Is there any way
I've
to stop it?
tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though... I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I'll see what I can do.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
So, I hate being manipulative, but I know there are so many situations in this place where, hold on, let me grab anything out of here. There's so many situations in this place where you can get approval or disapproval from your companions, and so part of me just really wants to, be really, really gamey in who I do what with where to get as much approval with as many people as possible right at the beginning, if I can. Not entirely sure how, though, and I don't want to look it up. That seems to be an absolute horrible idea, since I'm trying to be all play-based. But, anyway, that being said, this is going through my mind, you know? What, is there something I can do to get people in and out so I don't lose reputation, so I try to build it up for others? So what was that party again it was going to be? I was going to be Will, Shadowheart, and Gale. That was this team. Alright. Well, first we're going to sell everything. And then I am going to use that money to respec everyone. And then we are just going to go forward as wonderfully as we can.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
What are you
Just
selling?
some bits and bobs I no longer need.
All right. So here we go. The Ring of Flinging. Don't know who's gonna use it, but it's just so wonderful. Anyway. I took everything that was not bolted down. So what do I still have here? I want to try throwing things? No. I have no real need for it. Oh, I have a glaive. I didn't realize I'd picked up a glaive. If I have anyone who could use it. Everyone has a shield that needs one.
Lost in thought.
All right, I finally reached the end. At least for now. Still have quite a bit to sell. I'm impressed.
Sylvanas.
First, we're gonna run over here. That I know she's got nothing to say.
Like the sight of blood, do you? Might be more blood spilled yet if Zevlor starts in on the lectures again. Well, finally, someone who ain't got horns where their good sense should be. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard. These weren't no normal goblins. And Liam weren't no friend, all right? Just another raw recruit, thought he was in some storybook. Small mercies.
I'm gonna come here, sell to him,
Small mercies.
and then I'm backing up.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
We're just holding by a
Of
thread.
sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Alright, into you. Heavy crossbows and all that. Well, let's just sell. And I can keep a great club. I can even keep some javelins for throwing if I wanted to. Any of that though. Morning Star. No. And there we go. It's all the stuff I feel comfortable throwing out until I've had the chance to make certain of a few things. Now he's just got basic stuff. I mean, a hunting short bow is actually really nice. The one gave me a free hunter's mark, which, if I'm going to be respecking Shadowheart to be rangerish, I mean, she would get hunter's mark, but you know, free casting of it is nothing to sneeze at. I think I will. I will grab that for her while I'm here. Though again, I could probably just... I have to decide what I'm doing with stealing. Alright. +1 dagger. 1d6 +3. I mean, it's 1d4 +4 or whatever. Ah! Equals about the same thing with an extra +1 to hit. I'm a bad thief.
Druids. Who uses wooden tools?
Alright. Now I respec. Pretty much. Oh, I should grab Will.
Calm down, please.
Hells!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Should all stay. Single blade can make all the difference.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this. Zergan. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throats slit by goblin blade.
Thank you, Roland.
And finally...
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. Children.
Go on.
Oh, right.
Give me a best shot.
See that conversation I had? I should have dropped...
Not
was it
bad.
Lae'zel?
Again.
Because she takes it badly if I say we'll help you hunt down Karlach. I do feel bad about that. This is the other character. So Katt, for my new setup, is no longer going to lose Karlach. But in this run through, I will. Because if he's a monk, it works out very well.
You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Good advice.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
And were you? Another escapee. Like the gods.
Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. Doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Hunting in the hills, dangerous territory.
That ship sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage. Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mindflayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Let's join forces. I'll help you cast this devil back into the hells.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in.
You know, I don't remember it ever taking an option like this. To say, meet me at camp.
Plan. We'll talk more there.
All right. And now.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Now, Lae'zel
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
is not part of my regular team. So her, I will just raise up. Help me in these early levels. We have this one, which never works. Distracting strike. So I hit and give my allies advantage, which can be useful. So I think distracting strike well, I mean, that's that question, isn't it? It just give me, or I can make possibly frighten them. Frightening them would do pretty much the same thing, but I don't actually know. I suppose I should look this up. How long does Menacing Strike work? And what are the odds? Like, what is the save? I know what it is in D&D, and I assume it's the same, but they don't actually state it. I'm gonna pop something open here. Duration 1 turn. You know, DC. So wisdom saving throw against me. Duration 1 turn. If I don't have a very specific way to take advantage of frighten, then it's just not worth it. So distracting strike. So my allies can do some good. Precision strike. So I'm guaranteed to hit these people. Then, I mean, disarming strike I know is very good. But I'm going to do a repose. That seems acceptable to me. Alright.
I've got a long road ahead.
So I'm going to go talk to you now, get you out, get Will in, and then I'm going to respec everyone to be whatever I need them to be.
Have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak, roughly translated, idealist do-gooder, or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Well, you have an attitude.
Shook, you believe you can survive without me?
Not arguing, remain
As you
here.
say.
Let's talk to Will.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
All right. How does a Blade of Frontiers end up
Karlach's
chasing
fires
devils?
raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Who is this source of yours?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more. All right, what else is on your mind?
Right. How'd you come to be the Blade of
My father
Frontiers?
once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What act to be finer than saving a life? You must feel proud. I believe this is the same conversation I had with Katt.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
It's nice to finally put a name to a
And
face.
it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting. A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface. It resembles a sending stone used to confer with distant contacts.
It's an ascending
A
stone.
Sending stone? Nothing so special, I assure you.
His breathing quickens, his jaw tenses. Will is keeping something from you. A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
So I need to decide, and this is something I haven't decided yet, which of my run-throughs are going to be using Iliad powers and maybe who isn't. Because at least one of them has to not touch the stuff. Never touch. But, you know, alright, let's just change the subject.
What else is on your mind? I've come from what
You know
we
what?
should pay her a visit. That's the...
Alright.
Have a
Now,
lot on my mind and, well, in
let's
it.
start the process.
Step forward.
As for this guy, do I want to actually change anything about him? We got 16 dex, 16 charisma. I mean, he's pretty optimized in a way that actually I kind of don't like. Like, I don't like running around with 10 intelligence, 10 wisdom, 8 strength. But I don't think there's anything else that I can do with him. The only difference that I would make is getting rid of Shocking Grasp, which... I mean, and True Strike. Oh. No, whatever. I'll leave him be for now.
No time.
Shadowheart, however.
This way.
What do I want with Shadowheart? Because currently having 13 strength, 13 dexterity is, you know, kind of wasteful. I suppose I'm going to build her to be more of an archer character. She's going to be an archer.
Ah, I shall be here in thy camp. As thou desires.
So let's take a look. Wisdom, don't need that high. Charisma, so low. All right, and this is where we get this thing about, oh, what do I put where? Jeez, I had all those ideas. I worked out these people's classes to a T, and now I'm realizing I didn't work out, like, what feats they're going to be having or stuff like that. I'll figure it out later, I suppose. It's mostly just... Oh, wait. Oh, God. Because I know some of them have half feats, and, you know, some of them are very useful for things like that. Increase an ability score. So I'm not entirely sure. So it looks like I should not plan on any single... Alright. Well, in that case... Oh, jeez. There's not really a point. I'll do that. So, Dex, Constitution, Wisdom, History, Religion, Animal Handling, Medicine. Much as I got. Alright. So, welcome to being a reasonably speaking ranged fighter. Or do I want it? That would be more effective then. I feel bad doing that. I hate over-optimizing. But this is honor mode. I am very much don't have room to be picky about a lot of things. That for a few knowledge. We've been increasing some knowledge checks for history and religion. Sure. Let's run it. Guidance. Resistance. Blade ward. You know what? I think I might have some fun with that. All right. Now, Gale. What are your stats sitting at? I don't think I need to change you, though, because I did already give you the class that I was thinking of, right? So I don't think that I need to worry too much about you. Nope, you. So this guy was going to be very much put into being a monk. So I suppose I need to decide, is he going to be a strength monk? I think he needs to, not just because honor mode, tavern brawler is so good, but someone in the party needs to have strength. I just realized I've got 3 no strength people. So, yeah.
Defender of the people. Ever onward. Time for a chat.
I shall be here in my as the
All right. I would feel bad changing things. So we're going to run with this stuff as given, except so a hex and a little access to stuff, not much. Here we go. So if you're going to be oh no, that's right. That's what I was saying. Brr. I needed to be strengthy strength. My goodness. Everyone in my party is stupid too. All right. Well, none of these seem particularly useful, so we're just going to go with nature. Investigation. Right, because investigation is... or is it... would be more perception. Actually, that's if I start my first level as a fiend. I get skills that I genuinely don't care about. If I swap and first level be monk... what does that do to me? Wait a minute. Where did this extra point come from? Well, I could do this, and I could do... isn't there a feat that gives me, like, +1 to ability and a saving throw in it? Or no, or... no, Tavern Brawler is the thing that I'm thinking of that makes it... so I could have 15. Tavern Brawler would pop me up. I think this is probably good. I'm going to be doing the no armor route. I think this is good. I genuinely do. So what am I going to be getting instead? Athletics. Stealth. That's what I actually need. Making my stealthy character. Animal handling, survival, persuasion. Stealth and athletics. Yes. This feels a lot better. Now, that's what we're going to have to run with. For now. Someone has to have a high strength. But I would also feel really, really bad if I took a character who's supposed to be a warlock and just made him not a warlock. But I also know that he's got a low enough charisma now that there is no point in taking Eldritch Blast. So I'm going to be taking Blade Ward, Minor Illusion, a Fiend, and then what was the temporary hit points that I gained? Isn't it like equal to my charisma? Oh, this is what I wanted to do with the character. Now I'm worried about doing it in honor mode. But, I don't know. We'll just see. see how it works. Are you getting a hex? And I'm going to be using armor, which both don't require much charisma. Now, invocations. I am going to be using Devil's Sight, because I'm going to be doing so much stealth. Now, I don't think that I need one with shadows. So what does it do? I get to vanish and become into darkness as long as I'm sitting perfectly still. So we're going to ignore that. And take Fiendish Vigor. Yep. I think that that sounds best. Which means, do I really need this? I genuinely don't, do I? But none of the rest of these are particularly good for somebody who's got such low things. All of these quite suck. Guess we'll go with that. There we go. Oh. Server not found. Something happened. My internet just like gave up. Well, perhaps this is a good place to stop anyway. I'll just finish these guys up. So, oh, dang it. You know what? I'll finish this up, but we'll stop here. So,